Oh yeah. Alright guys, welcome to another E39 M5 video. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into a tour of my 2000 anthracite metallic M5. So hopefully you caught the other videos on this M5 of me getting it and a little bit of information on it, but today we're going to dive a little deeper on the physical condition of the car. Of course, I haven't had my hands on it, and this is the current state, so pretty much the worst state that you're going to see this M5 ever in my ownership, so hopefully it only goes up from here. It is in very good mechanical shape. Physical shape is also very good as well, but we're going to definitely need some detailing and some updates and things like that. But first, I had one of the M5 guys, Nick, code in the alarm, which I'm totally geeking out on. So one of the interesting things about this car specifically, we'll jump into it in 1 second. So I have the main driver's key here. This one, I didn't even know these cars had this many keys. So it's a bag of keys for one car, which is interesting. This is a secondary main. So there's two mains, there's two valets, it looks like, and then there's two like wallet keys, which I didn't even know these cars had wallet keys. So this was like back in the day when they were trying to be fancy. So anyways, this car has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 keys total, which is very weird, but anyway, so that's an interesting thing about my car. I will only use one key, the key that is worn. But anyways, yeah, so let's jump into the car. All right, so let's start with the front of the car. Of course, pre-facelift and completely stock. The only change that you'll see, unfortunately, is this clear bra, this paint protection film, which is, dang, that is it's in pretty bad shape. So that will be an interesting project. I'll probably get one of my buddies who does paint protection film to help me with that, because my fear is that the clear coat comes up. So of course the car is very dirty. The other thing that you'll notice, I actually took off the front license plate when it was at Nick's place, and you can see there are some holes, so I'll see about patching those. Of course, from a distance, it's better, but there's still holes here. So the other thing you'll notice is there's PPF on this entire front bumper. You can, of course, see the edge down here as well. And I would ideally like to replace that piece too, but that top part where the PPF is cracking is no good. So headlights are on the list, paint protection film is on the list, a full detail with polishing and everything like that is also on the list. Let's take a look at the wheels. This is the Style 65s, of course, and although it's pretty dirty, you guys can hopefully see that the finish is in very good shape. So my other car, the wheels were actually not in the best shape. They were all pitted and some of the clear was kind of coming up. It was sort of flaking off a little bit. So this one has a little bit patina, probably from mounting tires and things like that. But for OEM non-refinished wheels or anything like that, like these are actually in very good shape from what I've seen on these cars. So I'm really glad. Of course, we've got PPF, paint protection film, right here, which looks like it is cracking a little bit. So I will have one of my buddies help me. Windshield is in good shape. I did unfortunately take on a couple rock chips on the way here. It's very dirty. Making our way down the side of the car. You guys may remember my black car had tons of door dings, so I had to get those fixed. This car is not so much. Like the body is very straight. The gasket around the windshield, the front and the rear, is definitely not original. That is way too fresh looking to be in that good of shape. Cowl's in good shape. Wipers are actually in pretty good shape. Even the wiper arms, like this looks a little gray, this looks a little nicer, so it's possible that those were actually replaced. I don't know offhand. The gloss trim is in good shape. The rear of the car, of course, we have the pre-facelift taillights, stock exhaust, stock badge, everything in the back is stock. So of course we're gonna need some detailing underneath the car and the exhaust tips as well. So it's a little dark down there, you can't really see. So that'll need some attention. I think I might have showed you guys the gas cap. So we just have a tiny little bubble in there, which is actually pretty good. Underside looks very straight. Gosh, this color. I never thought I was gonna get this color, I'll be honest with you guys. All right, so that's the outside. Like almost 100% stock. There's pretty much no modifications on the outside. And you know, the wheels too, I didn't go through every single wheel, but you guys get a good idea. Like this car, I'm honestly pretty surprised like how solid it looks. Like look at this wheel. Like this is an original wheel as far as I know. It looks like the OEM finish. Like it definitely looks OEM. We've got a little scuff there. All right, 23-year-old car with 133,000 miles. I can deal with that initially. All right, so let's get in the passenger side. We've got the full leather. We have a nice leather with the dark trimmed wood. We've got stitching all up on here. The lighting is not the best, so I apologize. There's stitching down here. So there's stitching all around here. Normally there's not stitching there on a car that does not have full leather. So this of course needs a good detail. Interesting, the lock mechanism is chrome. My other car, I think it was black, so we'll see maybe changing that at some point. We got the seat, obviously. And we're gonna do some leather eke action. So that will be another video. You guys will notice we got the Euro console. Stock trim. There's one little crack in this handle, which was actually sourced by the previous owner because one of the guys had actually put like a carbon fiber handle or something weird on it. So anyways, it's nice that he kind of reverted that back to stock. We got everything working. You know, this works. That's a little charger. I just put that in there so it's easy to find. We have one issue. The let's see, the climate control where you make it warmer, that driver's side button is cracked, so I'll have to fix that. We're actually missing the cigarette lighter thing that goes in there. You guys saw in the other video, this is actually an updated infotainment with full Apple CarPlay. So full Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, everything like that. Super nice with the maps, especially on the drive from Boston to Ohio. Gosh, that was really nice. So inside is nice. We've got the factory M5 floor mats, which obviously need a little bit of work. And I'm gonna try to, you know, just trim this up a little bit. And ooh, yeah, see this floor mat, that may be on the list actually, is this has seen some better days. So actually I didn't know about that, but we'll clean it up first, see how it goes. I already ordered a bunch of stuff for this car, so I'll share that with you guys in a little bit here. But yeah, we got the full leather. I was never a full leather snob, but I guess I am now. Alcantara, excellent shape. I don't know if you can even see that, but there's no issues. There's no greasy hands. It's not falling. Looks good. So that's the car. Let's get in the driver's side, or let's just make our way around. Jeez, see, I'm a wimp. I can't close these doors. As usual with these cars, back seat has not seen a ton of attention. And for the M5 guys, you'll probably notice this is the normal back seat, or the non-split fold. I don't know if that's normal actually, but non-split fold, which means the seats are a little comfier. And then this is the full leather car, so they have the slightly different sort of deviation there. Have a sunshade, kind of the normal thing. No seat twist issue on this car. I tested both the front seats. This seat's kind of far back actually, but yeah, my other car had that pain in the butt, so thankfully I don't have to deal with that on this car, at least not right now. So it's had the 2 door actuators, window regulators. It's had a bunch of stuff done. Let's look in the trunk. Needs trunk struts. It's a little weak. Pretty fresh. 2000 car, so I believe the audio system looks a little different. I don't actually know much about it at the moment, so I won't really rattle off much information, but that's the back. We have, if you really care, some of you guys do, the current state of the toolkit, nice and fresh. Maybe we will add to that when I run out of things to do, which I probably will never, but you never know. So, M5 badge looks pretty good. Let's clean it up, see how it goes. Yeah, my other car, people were wiping it down like crazy. So this car, I'm not seeing scratches like the other car had. The other car was black, so that's one part of it. Back seat, nothing really to report. Door sills look good. You know, back seat of the M5, not really used for most of them. Let's get in this side. Again, we have the high use areas that look very shiny and ugly, so that's not really ideal. But that'll be, to be honest with you, a little bit of the fun is really cleaning it up and making it my own, making it how I like to set it up, which for the OEM guys will probably really like, because I will probably keep it generally OEM style. We got the whole door card. Yeah, it's greasy. Look how greasy. It's like, you know, previous owners were probably pretty careful, but over time it just gets greasy. So steering wheel is very much the same. It's been updated, of course. There is some issue at the top of this steering wheel. Doesn't look so good. So yeah, we got the stitching, we got the wood. I don't hate the wood on this car. You guys know I complain big time. The black with the wood. I don't know, I don't hate it as much. Maybe I'm used to it, but driver's seat, there's no rips. There's no significant issue. But we will definitely leather eke the crap out of this. So hopefully that will bring it back to life and being decently quality leather, at least I think, for the era. It can clean it up. And of course, you know, the turn signal, yes, it has been used, but yeah, clearly needs a little bit of attention there. Mileage check, 134,939. This car got nearly 20 miles a gallon on the way home from Boston. We're on the highway like 80 to 100 on average miles an hour. So this is a freaking great car. I've only owned it like a week and I freaking love it already. So shifter, it's had a new clutch and the seals, or the bushings and things like that. The everything's been done. This has a little bit, but that may just, I feel like that's probably standard. I don't love this shifter. It is factory and it is very expensive, this wood. I would like to do just the leather. So the E39 shifter just in leather. So it would be an OEM piece, but just from a car that had the leather one. So I'd like to do that. We got a little crack here, which my E46 actually had as well. This mirror, good shape, no issues there. Otherwise, I mean, this car, it's in really good shape. You guys saw the underside, hopefully, if you watched the other video. So let's pop the hood. I'll go through the maintenance in another video, I think, because that's just too much. You guys will notice hood struts were done. It stays up because that will definitely not stay up if it hasn't been done. A lot of this looks fresh. Underneath it looks fresh. The Vanos has been rebuilt, so we confirmed that in a different video. One soon maintenance item will be the fan clutch, so I'll do a video on that. I'll be doing a video on a lot of the stuff for this. Most of the stuff on this car I'll do a video on, so don't worry about missing something. Assuming that I know how to do it and I'm confident, I'll definitely do a video. But other than that, I mean, obviously we just need some detailing. We don't have any major leaks, you know, at the moment. And cowl looks good. The insulation, I don't know, maybe needs a little help. Depends how picky we want to be, but I think, you know, let's work on just getting this thing cleaned up, detailed, you know, get the facelift going, get, you know, fresh filters, fan clutch. I got spark plugs and coils So those will be done on this car pretty soon, because I'm not sure when they were done last, and they're not super cheap, but they're not so expensive that it's worth like waiting around for the car to like misfire, have some weird issues or engine lights, etc. So yeah, we got tons of filters and cool stuff to look through. It's interesting, the shop, you know, they did an orange like little mark on a lot of the bolts and things that have been done on the car, like underneath. Even like the oil cap looks fresh. Like it looks like that's a new oil cap, which is a very interesting thing to replace, but maybe if it was leaking. So that's underneath. I mean, we inspected it. Nick and the other M5 guys really went through it. Luke, Mike, a bunch of the guys, Ben, hopefully I remember everyone's name, but they gave me a lot of confidence on inside, outside, you know, on the top, on the bottom. The grills they appear to be in decent shape. Clearly just need to be detailed. Yeah, this paint protection film, that's gonna drive me crazy. So guys, this car, gosh, this car is here to stay. You know, one thing, this can be removed. There's stickers and just little things to even just clean up, remove, clean up the wheels, even just literally like just a full wash, like take an hour and a half, 2 hours, wipe down the interior, do a full wash. This thing, I think, even just that alone, like the way that I wash a car, doing that once or twice, even without polishing or anything, I think this car will really present well. It presents okay right now. You know, it's still a beautiful vehicle. But I think that those things are going to make a huge difference. And I really like this car. It's really well maintained. From everything we saw, it's a great color, it's a great spec. I'm biased at this point, but I've always liked it, and I'm really excited. I've got the E92 and of course the truck. So anytime it's really bad weather or whatever, I have the truck and the M3 to drive on the weekends, and this car I would like to drive, you know, semi-frequently, not every single day, but when it's nice out. You know, it's got heated seats, so if it's a little chilly, can use those. But yeah, I just like looking at it. I like everything about it, actually. All right, so I think that's gonna do it. Thank you for watching. That gives you a really good rundown. I forgot to mention the plastics. Even they look really good. So this car, this was a good move. This really was a good move. A 2000, I really wanted a later model car. But I did confirm that this is a 5 of 2000, so a May of 2000 build date, which means it has the updated piston rings. And then of course the other thing which I might have mentioned is the Vanos has been replaced by, it must have been by a dealer at some point, because the way that the screws are, and the other guy confirmed that. So if you think that's wrong, you can take it up with them. But this car's had a lot, and it's going to have a lot more. I think I'm pretty good at maintaining the things I own, especially the things I'm really an enthusiast about, and this is definitely one of those things. Yeah, so I just can't wait to mess with it, change the headlights out, clean up, just the normal stuff. So just get it kind of where it's feeling like it's mine, and bring you guys along, because I know a lot of the videos on the channel years ago were on this, you know, the 03 carbon black car. And really that was because there was always something to do. And there's always something to do in this car as well. But I think I'm gonna enjoy it a lot, and I felt a lot more confident buying one of these things second round. So I'll do lots of content on it if I didn't already mention that. And I'm really excited. So it's so cool to have an M5 in the garage, and especially one that's in really good shape, because when you guys are buying one of these, or if you've gone through the process of buying one, it's really tough because there's not a lot of selection. They didn't make a lot of them in general. So even the ones that are available now, people want a lot for, or it's high mileage, or it's sketchy, or it's very expensive and it's reasonable mileage. So this, I think, was a really good medium, one that wasn't so low miles and so expensive that I would feel guilty driving it, but also one that's not just beat up. You know, there's cars that have 80,000 miles that have not been maintained nearly as good as this. This car is 130 and it's been well more maintained than other cars that I've seen with half the miles, and I'm not even joking. So it's nice that people cared about this one specifically, from what I can tell. And that's gonna continue, if you couldn't tell. So anyways, I'm gonna talk for like 17 hours if I don't stop. Lots of content on this car. Comment below if I missed anything. I'm going to go into other things, quirks, features, like projects, detailing. I'm gonna coat the wheels. We're gonna get some nice tires for this thing. These have all seasons, they're fine. Fluids have been done. So we're gonna do all kinds of stuff and get this thing really looking like really proud. So driving down the road, it looks proper. So anyways, thank you again for watching. Stay tuned, follow the Instagram, shoot me an email. I'm looking for that leather shifter and a bunch of other stuff. So if you guys have it or looking to trade things or whatever with your cars, let me know. But yeah, so anyways, thanks again, and I will see you guys next time.